things are getting a little dicey over at Truth Social, folks, as the company, Trump Media and Technology, that owns Truth Social, is pretty much now embroiled in 3 lawsuits after a new one was filed this week. Now, they are not the defendant in all of these lawsuits. In one of them, they are, in fact, the plaintiff. But they were hit with a lawsuit on Wednesday evening, accusing them of actually trying to dilute the shares of the 2 co-founders of the actual platform. Now, before I get to that lawsuit, let me tell you a little bit about the other 2 lawsuits. You have one lawsuit where Trump Media and Technology, along with Digital World Acquisition, are in fact the plaintiffs. They're suing a 3rd investor in the company, alleging that this person was colluding with the former leader of Digital World, and they were going to hold up the merger if they didn't get more money from it. So there's a lawsuit there. Then you have that 3rd investor that's also suing the other 2. What are they suing for? They're saying that the current chief executive of Digital World and 3 board members had miscalculated how much money they were supposed to get from the potential merger. So you've got these 2 groups saying, hey, you tried to screw us out of money. And this group saying, hey, wait, you're screwing us out of money too. And then you have the 2 co-founders, men by the name of Andy Latinsky and Wes Moss, who actually met Donald Trump on The Apprentice. They came up with the idea after Trump was banned from Twitter. They said, just start your own one. And they helped do this. And according to the reports, they were given 8.9% ownership of the company. Cut and dry, 8.9%. Trump gets 90%. They get 8.9%. The remaining goes to one of the lawyers who worked out the deal. But they're now alleging in their lawsuit that Donald Trump recently said, instead of, once the merger happens, issuing 120 million shares of the company, let's go ahead and do 1 billion shares. And that's a lot of shares. So what would happen if they issue more shares is that all of the individual shares become worth less. Now, that's not necessarily going to affect Donald Trump, but it is going to affect the people who hold a smaller stake. And so these 2 men are now suing Truth Social, saying, hold up, you're trying to renegotiate this whole thing after we had it down. It was written on paper. This is what happens. We get this percent of 120 million, and you're now trying to increase the total number of shares, which dilutes how much we would get. We stand to make, as it is right now, hundreds of millions of dollars. If you do this, we're probably only going to make a couple million off of our idea for you to start a social media company. So they're suing Trump, Trump suing the other guy's suing Trump too. Jesus, Truth Social, Trump Media and Technology, this whole merger is an absolute disaster. And what's more annoying is, we've had all of these criminal investigations into it, the potential for insider trading, the illegal collusion, and the SEC still about a week or 2 ago said, all right, we approve the merger, go ahead. There's nothing about this makes any sense. And now with all these lawsuits, you see all of the unethical behavior, and the SEC, our regulatory bodies, are just like, nah, we don't even care. Y'all just do whatever you're going to do, sue the hell out of each other. Trump could make $3 billion off this deal. $3 billion. That's insane, especially for a social media platform that nobody uses. But whatever. It is what it is. The SEC could have stopped it. The SEC should have stopped it. There was clearly wrongdoing taking place. They just decided it wasn't a big enough deal to actually enforce any of their own rules. So y'all go ahead and sue each other into oblivion, because it's what you all deserve anyway.